They nerfed Thor in Season 2.5 of Marvel Rivals. Welcome back, guys. I'm the Godly Gamer, and today I wanted to talk to you about the Thor nerfs that are coming next Friday in Season 2.5. So I'm going to read exactly what it says, and then I'm just going to share with you my thoughts on it. So it says, by Odin's beard, Thor's abilities are getting a tweak, but his survivability is taking a minor hit. Adjust hammer throw ability effect to a standard ability. Remove the Thor Force cost and the universal cooldown. Adjust the ability cooldown to 6 seconds. Thor gains 1 Thor Force from each hammer throw, enemy hit. Decrease the throw hit damage from 70 to 45, and the return damage from 30 to 20. Decrease the shield value gained when consuming Thor Force. Adjust the bonus health gained from each Thor Force consumed from 100 to 75, and adjust the maximum bonus health uh, from 200 to 150. So I want to just say, like, even though maybe a lot of people don't play Thor like that, this is actually a massive, massive hit. So he's overall going to have less shield on all his abilities. And when he consumes Thor Force to turn into that super, like, Super Saiyan form or whatever, he's going to have less overall health. So he's going to be less survivable, which already he's the least survivable tank. So it's very sad, but, like, he's going to be extremely less survivable. It's going to, like, people are going to feel it who main Thor. The one thing they did was they adjusted the hammer throw. So at first, hammer throw, boom, it takes Thor Force and it gives a 2-second cooldown on all your abilities. Now it'll have a 6-second cooldown and won't cool down all your abilities. And it'll still give you 1 Thor Force, but it won't cost any Thor Force. So basically, they want you to use that hammer throw more often, and it's gonna, like, from what I've seen and from what I've heard from other people talking about it, it's gonna basically let you go to this form right here that's playing right now, that that Super Saiyan form I call it. You're gonna be able to get to that a lot faster or a lot more often, right? Because that's where he does the most damage. So in a way, it's cool, but like the straight up just brawling and getting in people's faces and smacking them down with your hammer, it's not going to be as effective as it used to be. So basically, you're gonna be forced to play him where you're constantly going Super Saiyan and throwing lightning, constantly. Like you're kind of gonna have to play like that. Um, I don't think. I'll see how it feels when it happens. I don't think it means he's gonna be like bad per se, but I don't think he's in the best spot possible. Um, I think that there, like, he could be in a way better spot to where he's actually like a viable tank and a playable tank. Like most people, when you say you want to play Thor, they're just like, "Hey, can you please just play Magneto? Can you please just play Doctor Strange? Can you please just play Groot?" Because they understand that Thor isn't the most valuable tank ever. Can he be valuable? Can people be really good with him? Of course. Just like any character. Even Black Widow, there's people that are really good with Black Widow, right? There's people that are really good with every character in the game. But that doesn't mean that that character, on average, um, can do well, right? Because we're not talking about people who put like a million hours in a character. We're talking about people who just, put 20 hours, 30 hours in a character. Like, we're talking about those types of people, right? Just the average player. And a lot of players don't even put that. A lot of players only put, like, if I'm being real, they only put like 10 hours, 15 hours in a character and stuff. The average player. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be hard to get value from Thor from for most people. I want to see how it goes though. I'm not going to hate on it per se, but I will say it does kind of suck, right? In my opinion, that his survivability is getting lower. I just talked with a friend about this the other day, and I was talking about how I love Thor, but how I don't want to play him as much anymore because his survivability is just so low. Like, it's so easy to punish Thor. It's so easy to, like, there's so many counters to Thor, and there's so many ways you can, even if Thor should be scary, bro. When he comes up, he should be scary, but it's hard to be scared of a Thor, you know? Now, I do know that his main thing is a disruptor, right? He's supposed to really get on those off angles, and he's supposed to really attack people and disrupt their flow and things like that, and stop them from trying to take out your healers and take out your DPS and all that stuff and your other tank. You're supposed to basically be that person that's just guarding the other team. And I understand that Thor is supposed to disrupt the flow of other players, but it's like he can't do, like, he, even that. There's other characters that do it a little bit better for like an easier, like in an easier way, right? I'll put it easier. I won't say better, but I'll say easier. And yeah, like I can do well with Thor, but I do think his survivability it needs a tweak. He needs to have more survivability. I'm not saying he needs to have the most survivability, but I think he needs to have some survivability, like a decent amount. And I also think his damage needs to be pretty high, especially if he's not going to have survivability. They want to make him like they want to make you like go to that Super Saiyan form and do a lot of damage. Then why don't they just increase the primary damage? Why don't they increase the hammer throw damage? Why don't they increase the damage that that the enemy receives from getting pushed out of your bubble, your field or whatever? I feel like they don't really, they don't think like that. They don't have that mentality. But it's really sad. It's really sad what's happening to Thor. I think. I mean, you guys, let me know what you guys feel in the comments, right? Let me know how you guys feel about Thor's nerfs this season, season 2.5, and tell me what you guys like. What you guys would rather see from them do with Thor, right? Because for me, if they were asking me, hey, what do you want us to do with Thor and how to make him more balanced, I would say, yo, increase all his damage. Make sure his ultimate does a wider area of damage, and make sure it does more damage overall. Make sure he has extra shields so he can't just die out of his special. Like make Thor strong. You know what I mean? Make him powerful, just like the other characters are powerful. It's like I don't have any problem with any character being powerful, but it just feels like some characters are truly like not paid attention to. Like I feel like people like I could be biased or whatever because Thor was the first character I picked up, but I feel like Thor is not getting any like consideration. Like they don't like care about him. That's how it feels. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I think he's really fun. I think he's a fun character, but I've been playing him a lot less this season. And even in season one, I was starting to play him a lot less, of course. But now I play other characters a lot more because I just think his survivability is really not in a good space. And I think that's the biggest part of it. If you're going to give him low survivability, then give him high damage. If you're going to give him very high survivability, give him lower damage, right? That's how you balance out characters. You make sure they have some strengths and some weaknesses. You don't make sure they're just all around too good, right? Like, for example, Bucky. How can Bucky overall be more of a scary threat than Thor? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like Thor's the god of thunder, the god of thunder, right? So yeah, I think that there's like a huge disconnect when it comes to what the player base wants from Thor, or at least the people that play him, versus what the devs keep doing. I suggest that Thor have more damage. I suggest if anybody watches this that has any connections to the development team, I suggest that Thor does more damage on basically all his attacks. Not overpowered damage, just more damage. I also say that you guys revert that losing 35 damage on the hammer throw is freaking insane to me, bro. When you have characters like Hawkeye and Hela who can one shot from a headshot, like I don't know, like one shot or two shot from a headshot, and you're taking away 35 damage from Thor's hammer throw. It's not even like OP or anything. I don't know. I just feel like that's such a massive hit. But yeah, you guys tell me what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys really think about Thor? Do you think he's valuable as a tank right now? Do you think he is a tank that has a place in the meta, or do you think that right now he's just like not valuable? He just doesn't really give what other tanks are giving at the moment. And does he have that mentality, or does he have that or does he have that skill requirement, right? That other tanks have, or is it just like it's way too hard to get good with Thor, or it's way too hard to consistently do good with Thor? Anyway, just let me know, guys. I want to appreciate everybody that watched. God bless you. Once again, I'm the Godly Gamer. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.